to the stats. He probably won't say a word the entire game. So we'll try and make it the best show we can possible. So a little bit of background on the Brownstown Braves right now. They are currently setting 3-0 with their head coach being Reed May, who is 315 and 65 in his 33rd year at the school. And of those 33 years, he has coached at Brownstown. Last week they had a commanding 56-0 win at New Albany. And to look back at Brownstown's season this season, last season, they went 12-1, averaging 45.3 points per game, while only allowing 9.2 points per game. In the first round of sectionals, they were on the road at Switzerland County, where they defeated the Pacers 50-8. Then they were at home to take on the Paoli Rams, where they won 48-25 in the second round. The sectional title games, they played the winner of the Salem-Tell City game, which was Tell City, and they were on the road at Tell City and defeated the Marksmen 49-3 to win the sectional 40 title. And then looking at the matchup between Salem and Brownstown last year, when they came down to Pauley Graves Athletic Stadium, they defeated the Lions 54-12. To put a little bit of interesting information in the back of your mind, Brownstown has only lost to Salem twice in the last 20 years, and that was 2005, where they fell 20-6, and then in 2020, where they fell to the Lions 14-12. And now we will go ahead and go into our MSC standings, which is Brownstown in first at 3-0, followed by Scottsburg at 3-0, Charlestown at 2-1, Fordham 1-2, North Harrison 1-2, Salem 1-2, and then to round out something I thought I would never say, Silver Creek 0-3. And while we're at it, I'll go ahead and talk about the sectional 30 standings. Now, there's going to be some losses above some undefeated teams in the rankings, but the way it goes is if you defeat an intersectional team, you're ranked higher above a team that doesn't play an intersectional team, if that makes sense. So in first place, we have Switzerland County at 3-0. Second place, we have Clarksville at 2-1. Then we have Tell City 3-0. Brownstown 3-0. Paoli 1-2. Salem 1-2. Crawford County 2-1. And then it'll be rounded out by Pekin Eastern at 0-3. Now, we are going to be one-sided tonight for I'm going to have impact players for both teams, but the keys to victory are just going to be me tonight since, of course, Brandon's not here. The impact players for Brownstown I have is number 1, running back, defensive back, senior Preston Garrison, which last week against the Bulldogs, he had 6 carries for 92 yards and 1 catch for 24 yards. And I believe he is also leads the team in rushing and receiving yards per game. Then I have number 31 linebacker and running back, senior Owen Wishmeyer, which for the season he has 9 solo tackles, 12 assisted tackles, which totals up to 21 total tackles and 5 tackles for losses, which is number 10 in the MSC for tackles for loss, for total tackles. And then number 17, quarterback and defensive back, senior Micah Sheffer. This season he is currently 21 for 30 passing, 316 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and 10 rushes for 44 yards. And he is averaging about 100 yards a game passing, which tells me Brownstown's kind of shifting more to a passing type team. But with that being said, he only has 2 passing touchdowns. So the way I'm taking it is when they get inside the red zone, they're likely to hand the ball off. And he will be going to Purdue, where he's signed to play golf. And we'll flip the sheet over here, and we'll talk about the Salem Lions with interim head coach Roger Pennington being 1-2. So far, we we will recap the season for the Lions. We started out on the road at North Harrison with a loss, 27-15. Then we were at home for one of two home games, where it was a win against the Silver Creek Dragons, 27-20, followed by a loss to the Scottsburg Warriors last week, 23-6. And if we're going to talk about some things that happened last week and kind of just some notes that I have written down from last week on how I thought the game went. An interesting fact that I came across was the loss last week to the Warriors snapped a 4-game winning streak at home that dated back to last year. So that would have been the sectional game against Clarksville, the Silver Creek game this year, West Washington game last year, and Charlestown last year. And honestly, I really don't think the score dictated how the game went last week. You know, if you take away the fumble that started, it was on, the third play of the game? The third play of the game that was for a score. And then you take away the intentional grounding call that happened in the fourth quarter. I believe the intentional grounding was in the fourth quarter. That was 2 points for the safety, plus they got the ball back, which they went down and scored again. You take that away, we have a completely different ball game. So I don't really think the score dictated how the game was. It was a huge improvement from the year before in the commanding victory that the Warriors had over the Lions. And another thing that really stood out to me was how good of pressure we had on the quarterback for Scottsburg. Last season, I kid you not, we were giving the quarterback 10, 15 seconds easy for his receivers to get down the field and run around and not getting any pressure on them. Last week, I felt like the quarterback was running for his life. He got 2 seconds tops on most plays, and there's really no way to see how a play develops in a situation like that. And like I said, the pressure we got to the quarterback was a big improvement from how we got last year. And we will go on to highlight the impact players for Salem. That will be number 8, wide receiver and quarterback, which I believe he is starting at quarterback this week. I think there was a change. I'm pretty sure there was a change that Braxton Dean is going to quarterback and Ethan Campbell is going to wide receiver. We'll see how it plays out during the game. But I have number 8 senior wide receiver quarterback Braxton Dean, which last week he went 3 for 6 passing, 48 yards, 32 rushing yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. And he also had an interception on defense. And I put him as the first key player because the way he was able to be a leader as a senior of this football team and step into a quarterback role with Ethan Campbell going down with an injury on that strip sack on the third play of the game. You hate to see your quarterback go down, especially that early in the game. But it's also promising when you can have the backup quarterback step in and do as good of a job in the situation that he had. And then the number 2 impact player I have is number 4 junior running back Logan Dent, who last week had 81 rushing yards on 21 attempts. And then the 3rd impact player for the Lions is senior running back Karis Moore, who carried the ball 22 rushing yards on 11 attempts. Now we will go and highlight how the middle school did this week. Both teams fell to Brownstown at home. 7th grade fell to 3-2 with the 18-10 loss to the Braves. And the 8th grade football team fell 22-20, which drops them to 2-3. The middle school game this week on Thursday will be at Providence at 6:30, and it is an 8th grade only game But 7th grade players are welcome to dress, and they are going to, if the opportunity presents itself, try and get some 7th graders in the rotation. Now we will go ahead and do my Keys to Victory. This is normally where we have Brandon do it, but like I said, I will be the play-by-play announcer and everything in between tonight. Against Brownstown with their misdirection and all the motions and stuff they like to throw, defense has to do your job and your job only. Don't worry about being the hero and trying to make the play, because who you think has the ball doesn't have the ball. You're going to see a bunch of motions and spinning around and misdirection, and you think the ball's in the middle of the field, and you look and the quarterback's got the ball 15 yards down the field. Defense has to stay at home and do their job and contain. Contain is going to be a key point in this game tonight. And I also think if Salem can come in on offense and can control the clock, offense will be our best defense. If we can keep the ball out of Brownstown's hands, they typically like to have short drives, just a few plays, 4 or 5 plays, and get down the field and score. Turn around, play defense, try and make you go 3 and out, and then get 3 more plays and try and score again. If you can have a drive last week, we had the ball, our second possession, we had it, I believe, 10 minutes, and it's hard on a defense to play for 10 continuous minutes, and we ended up scoring on that drive. And one thing I will say that Salem has been notorious for the last couple of years has been the penalties and turnovers, especially at the worst time possible, in the red zone especially. If we can watch the turnovers and watch the penalties, I believe you have to do it against the Brownstown team. You cannot give them any opportunity or any more opportunities to have the ball, and you can't kill your own drives. And Brownstown's a team that I know whenever we played football in high school, it's a rivalry that you circle as soon as you see it on the schedule for the year, and you cannot defeat yourself before you step on the field. You don't want to step off the bus with that mentality, oh, this is Brownstown, they're going to beat us. If they do that, they've already beat you. You cannot come in with an I've already been beat mentality. Now we'll have the opportunity to highlight some other local games that are going on in the area. Charlestown will be at North Harrison. Pekin Eastern will be on the road to take on Silver Creek. That's got to be a game for something for Pekin, with their coach being a former Silver Creek coach. Scottsburg will be on the road at Corden, and then Springs Valley will be on the road at West Washington. Ethan will try to provide score updates throughout the game. And then some other notes I have. Tonight, started about a half hour ago, the Indiana State Sycamores traveled to Memorial Stadium to take on the number 22 Indiana Hoosiers. Like I said, that started at 6:30. USC will be on the road at Purdue, 3:30 start time Saturday, and that will be the start of Big Ten action for the Boilermakers this week. There will be a 2:30 pregame show. If you tune in to WSLM 1220 AM, again, that is Saturday at 2:30 pregame, 3:30 kickoff. Bowling Green of Ohio will be traveling to the University of Louisville on Saturday to take on the Cardinals at noon. Eastern Michigan will be on the road at the University of Kentucky Saturday, 7:30, and that will be the final of the 3-game home stretch for the Wildcats. We have 5:20 until kickoff here, and the Braves have taken the field. We are waiting for the Lions to take the field. We are waiting to see if anthem is about to happen. Anyways, in other sports on WSLN you can catch this week. Saturday, Indiana Sports Talks will start at 9:30 p.m. The Bristol Night Race you can catch on 97.9 FM. At 6:30 p.m. we'll have the pre-race, followed by the 7:30 start time. The roads will be at the Athletics, 10:05 p.m. first pitch, and you can catch the pregame show on 12:20 a.m. at 9:35. Sunday, the Indianapolis Colts will be home against the Denver Broncos. 4:05 kickoff. At 3:05 there will be a pregame you can catch on 97.9. The Lions have now taken the field. We are reaching about 4 minutes to kickoff. Everybody is lining up to the national anthem. So, with that being said, I will put on Chris Stapleton with our national anthem. And I saw you looking in the sky over we walk. God bless America. The captains are getting set to take the field. We are 1:45 to kickoff. While we watch to see what happens during the coin toss, we will send you with a weather update.
Ever-changing the weather is, but here we go. There is a 30 to 40% chance of rain by the second half of tonight's game through 11 p.m., and a strong chance of rain early Saturday, which should be out of the area by 9 a.m. So for the noon kickoff at the IU game in Bloomington, we should see partly sunny skies. But the seats could be a bit wet, so plan accordingly. I'm Lauren Mitchell, and I'll keep an eye on the weather so you don't have to. Enjoy the game, and be safe.
I can tell you it is definitely warmer this week than it was any other game so far this season. It'll be interesting to see if the heat will also play a factor into the game this week. Well, the captains are taking the field for this Mid-Southern Conference matchup. The captains for the Braves is number 15, Evan Stahl, number 55, Isaiah Sutterding, number 68, Sloan Stuckwish, and number 71, Drew Shelton. The captains for the Lions is number 7, Karis Moore, number 8, Braxton Dean, number 14, Lenny Wynn, and number 50, Cage Calloway. It's Friday night. It's Brownstown. I can't be more excited. I believe Brownstown deferred to the second half. Is that right? So Salem will get the ball on offense first. Brownstown is in their all-black uniforms, black helmet, black jersey, black pants. Salem is in the black helmets, white jersey, black pants, our typical road uniform. Brownstown will be kicking from left to right. So Salem will be starting the game going away from the scoreboard. Looks like the kicker for the Braves is number 8, Nathaniel Conyer. And he will be kicking off from the far hash. Like I said, Brownstown is kicking from left to right. The ball is set, the teams are set, the clock's at 12. The whistle has blown. We're ready for some Friday night football. And there's the kick, which is returned by Braxton Dean, who gets stuck at the 10-yard line by 3 Warriors, or Braves, excuse me. Salem will start this drive at the 10-yard line, their own 10-yard line. I think the big highlight tonight to watch will be Braxton Dean stepping in at quarterback and moving Ethan Campbell out to wide receiver. One wide receiver each side. There's a snap by Dean. It's a QB sneak up the middle. He picks up 2 on the play. 2-yard carry for Braxton Dean. 2nd down and 8. Waylon Foster brings the play in for the Lions. 1 wide receiver to the near side. Split backs. Dent and Moore in the backfield. And there's the snap. Hand off to Dent, who runs up the middle and gets stuffed for a 1-yard loss. That sets up 3rd and 9 for the Lions. 11 minutes remain here in the first quarter for the Lions. Peyton Shockey brings the play in. Braxton brings his team to line. He's under center. Moore and Shockey in the backfield with Dent as the wing back. There's the motion from Dent. It's to Shockey up the middle. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more, gain of 0. 4th down and 9 for the Lions, and it looks like they are bringing out the punting unit. Back deep for the Braves is number 1, Preston Garrison, senior running back. Back to punt is Braxton for the Lions. There's the snap, the kick. It is a high, short punt. Goes out of bounds on the Salem sideline at the 34-yard line. That is where the Brownstown Braves will start their drive, 9:53. 1st and 10 for the Braves on their own in the Salem 34-yard line. Quarterback Micah Sheffer brings his team to the line. Gets the call from Coach May. Number 20 in motion. Handoff off the left side I believe that was number 20, Brock Dean on the carry. Pickup of 6 for the Braves, 2nd and 4. Sheffer gets the play call. 2 up backs, quarterback and gun. Sheffer gets the snap. Direct snap to number 1, Garrison, who takes it for the 25-yard Brownstown touchdown. Second play of this drive, the Brownstown Braves have scored. 9:19 remains in the first quarter. 6-0 Braves with the PAT from Nathaniel Coyer on the way. There is the snap, down, kick is up, kick is good. 7-0 Braves over the Lions. And we will be back after this quick commercial break.
Something new at McDonald's to get you going on the way to work, or to get the kiddos a great start to the school day. The $5 breakfast meal. The $5 breakfast meal deal will include a hash brown, small coffee, and a sausage McMuffin with egg, featuring a savory hot sausage, a slice of melty American cheese, and a delicious freshly cracked egg, all on a freshly toasted English muffin. Order in line. Download the McDonald's app and place a mobile order and skip the line. Don't forget to join the My McDonald's Rewards to earn points on every order and redeem your points for free McDonald's food and drinks. $1 spent earns customers 100 reward points, so they add up quickly. And throughout the day, don't forget the other $5 meal deal and other great McDonald's items available for $3 and under. Stop in at your Salem McDonald's today and try great food at a great value. At McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Coyer is set to kick. Shockey and Dean deep for the Lions. There's the kick. It is deep. It is to Dean again. Caught at the goal line. He makes his way to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and he is tripped up at the 30-yard line. Braxton Dean on the 30-yard return. Brownstown had a 2-play, 35-yard drive to go up 7-0 on the Lions with 9:13 remaining. Braxton Dean getting the play call from Peyton Shockey. They break the huddle. Ethan Campbell out wide to the right. Dean under center. Dent is the up back, Moore in the backfield. There is the snap, and he drops back, and it is a quick out route caught by Peyton Shockey, who gets hit hard. I think yes, they're giving him 2 yards on that reception. 2-yard catch by Peyton Shockey. Waylon Foster brings the play in for the Lions. Ball is on the Salem 34-yard line. Dean under center. 2 wide receivers for the Lions, and Moore in the backfield. There is the snap. It is a pitch to Dent, who runs up the middle, and he picks up about 4 yards on the play for Dent, and that has been the highlight of the season for the Lions, is Dent 3 or 4 yards a carry. Like I said in the pregame show, Dent last week had 81 rushing yards on 21 attempts. Braxton Dean brings the team up to the line. Dent is the up back. A toss to Shockey, who is in the backfield, and he picks up 2 on the play. That is a 2-yard rush for Peyton Shockey. Looks like they will mark him at the 41-yard line. 4th and 1 for the Lions on their own 41-yard line. Salem is going for it. Braxton under center. 2 wide receivers for the Lions. Moore and Dent in the backfield. split back. And there's a snap. It is a QB sneak, and they are getting a surge from the Lions. That is about a 5-yard pickup for Braxton Dean on the Q sneak, which gives the Salem Lions a new set of downs on their own 47-yard line. 7 minutes remain here in the first quarter. 7-0 Braves over Salem. Dean under center. Moore in the backfield. Wingbacks for Salem, number 3 Shockey and number 4 Dent. Campbell out wide to the left as receiver. And there is Dent in motion. Fake pitch to Dent. He's incomplete pass intended for Karis Moore. That was a fake pitch to the left to Dent and a bootleg to the right intended for Moore. The pass was a little bit behind him. That brings up 2nd and 10 for the Lions. Waylon Foster brings the play into Dean, who is under center. Shockey and Foster out at receivers. Dent up back. Moore in the backfield. Dent in motion. Handoff to Moore up the middle, who pushes his way for a 4-yard pickup for the Lions. 3rd and 6 here for the Lions. 6:15 remains in the first quarter. 7-0 Braves. Ball is just inches from the midfield stripe. Dean under center. Split backs, Dent and Moore. 2 wide receivers for the Lions. And there is the snap. It is a pitch to Dent, who misses the ball. The ball is on the ground. We are waiting to see who comes up with it. Dent recovers his own bobbled pitch. It'll be 4th down and 2 for the Lions. They bring in the punt team. Number 1, Garrison back to receive. Braxton to punt. Garrison had the first score for the Braves in this ball game. Braxton gets the nod. There's the snap. There's the punt. It is a high, deep kick. Fair caught by Garrison at the 26-yard line, and that is where the Brownstown Braves will take over on their own 26-yard line. 5:07 remains. 7-0 Brownstown. Brownstown so far has been doing what they are known to do. It is the misdirection with the quarterback and gun, a wing back, and an up back. And they can snap the ball to the up back or the quarterback. And they usually send the wing back in motion. Here they go. Number 20 in motion, and there is the pass that is nearly picked off by number 23, DJ Ward. He dropped back into coverage, and that was beautifully executed by Ward. Micah Sheffer got the snap and rolled to his right, looking for his intended receiver downfield. Almost threw it directly into Ward's hands. Sheffer brings his team back up to the line. There's the snap to the up back. It goes to number 12, Trevor Branneman, who pushes forward up the middle for an 8-yard pickup. That brings 3rd and 2 for the Braves. 4:45 remain. Sheffer brings his team up to the line. Up back with 2 wing backs. Quarterback direct snap, fake handoff up the middle, and he gets nowhere. Sheffer loses a couple on that play on the quarterback direct snap. That brings up 4th and about 4 for the Braves. Sheffer gets the call. They are motioning into punt formation. Waylon Foster drops back. There's the punt from Sheffer, end over end, hits the 30-yard line, takes a Brownstown bounce, and goes out at the 14-yard line. That is where Salem will take over on this drive. Salem will take over on their own 18-yard line with 3:40 remaining in the first quarter, 7-0 Braves. Braxton Dean gets his team in the huddle. Shockey brings the play in. Braxton is under center, which is typical for Braxton. 2 wide receivers for the Lions, split backs, Dent and Moore. And there is the snap, the toss to Dent up the middle, and he will lose 2 yards on the play. That is a 2-yard loss for Dent. I tell you, Brownstown is doing a tremendous job gang tackling. There is at least 2 defenders on every ball carrier for the Lions. Dent comes to the line under center, split backs. Dent and Moore with 2 wide receivers, Foster and Lenny Wynn. And there is the snap. Pitch to Moore to the left side. He is tackled by a gang of Braves, but not after a 2-yard. They're giving him a 1-yard pickup. 3rd and 9 for the Lions. 7-0. 2:40 remains in the first quarter. Waylon Foster brings the play in. Here comes Salem to the line. Braxton is in gun with Dent to his up. There is a timeout by Salem. With that, we will send you to a quick commercial break.
The pizza makers over at Papa John's are cooking up something pretty crustworthy. The new garlic 5-cheese crust. This one is for the crust lovers, the cheese chasers, and those garlic fanatics. It's loud, it's rich, it's straight up delicious. They start by hand-stretching Papa John's original dough made with 6 simple ingredients, brushing it with garlic parm sauce, and adding 5 bold melty cheeses. It's cheesy garlic bread meets pizza. Order the new garlic 5-cheese crust today. Call Reese at 812-883-3369 for pickup or delivery. Or order online to collect your Papa Rewards. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
And we are back here at Blevins Memorial Stadium. 2:16 remains in the first quarter. Braves over the Lions 7-0. Coach Pennington didn't like what he saw on that last play, so that is the first timeout called by the Lions this half. Braxton is getting the play call. He breaks the huddle. 2 receivers to the top, which is Campbell and Foster. Dent to Braxton's right, who's in gun. There's the fake handoff to Dent. There's a scramble throw down the field deep to Waylon Foster, which is picked off at the 45-yard line. Incomplete. Number 20, Brock Dean in coverage. He had the ball in his hands and couldn't maintain possession as he went to the ground, and that was a lucky break for the Lions, which brings up a 4th and 9. That is the 3rd drive for the Lions, and this looks to be the 3rd punt. That was just a simple handoff, or fake handoff to Dent, bootleg to the right, and he found Waylon Foster deep, which was well defended. Garrison deep. There's the snap to Braxton, which is nearly blocked. He gets it off. It bounces at the 45-yard line. Garrison picks it up. He makes his way to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, and he is tackled just shy of the 30-yard line. It's the 31-yard line, which Brownstown will come on their third drive of the night. Brownstown from the Salem 31-yard line. Now they're putting him at the 32-yard line. That is where Brownstown will take over. Sheffer gets the play call. 1st and 10 for the Braves. 1:56 remain in the first quarter. 7-0 Braves. There is a little curl route by the receiver, which is incomplete. The intended target for Sheffer was number 4, Lane Pendleton. The two wingbacks for the Braves is number 1, Preston Garrison, and number 20, Brock Dean. The upback is number 15, Evan Stahl. Sheffer brings his team to the line. He's in gun. Garrison goes in motion. Handoff to Garrison, who makes his way to the 10-yard line, and he is in for the Brownstown score. That is a 32-yard touchdown run by Brownstown. Garrison's second of the night. He put the wheels on, and he shaked and baked his way into the end zone. 13-0 Braves, 1:45 remain in the first quarter, pending the PAT by number 8, Nathan Coyner, excuse me. There's the snap. The kick is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-0 Braves over the Lions. 1:45 remain in the first quarter. That is the second drive of the night for the Brownstown Braves. It was 2 plays long. Both of them resulted in a touchdown by Garrison. Salem has pretty well been shut down here on offense. We have a total of 17 rushing yards and 2 passing yards for the night. Both of the scoring drives by Brownstown started in Salem territory. The kicker, Coyner, has the ball on the far hash. He is lined up ready to go. 1:45 remains in the first quarter. 14-0 Braves. Salem is set to receive. Dean and Shockey with their feet on the goal line, back deep to receive. There's the whistle. And there is the kick. Shockey catches the ball at the goal line. He takes his way. He makes that to the 10, to the 15. He cuts back. And he will be brought down, see where they mark him, at the 18-yard line. 18-yard return by Shockey on the play. 1:36. Salem takes over on their own 18-yard line. The big highlight for this week is how there was a quarterback change from Ethan Campbell, which was last week. Glad to see him on the field after the injury he sustained on the first drive last week against Scottsburg, to Braxton Dean, which he is under center. Shockey, the wing back. He bent the up back. Shockey in motion. Toss to Shockey. He goes up the middle. And he gets stacked up after a pickup of 3 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 7 for the Lions. Salem still working from right to left. Dean under center. Split backs in the backfield with Moore and Dent. 2 wide receivers for the Lions. And there is the snap and the handoff up the middle to Dent, who is stopped after a 2-yard loss on that play. Brownstown is all over Dent in this game. Dent only has 3 yards rushing here in the first quarter, with 40 seconds remaining, 25 on the play clock. We will have to get a playoff here. Waylon Foster brings the play in to Dean. Salem comes up to the line. Dean under center. Split backs, Denton Moore. 1 wide receiver out. Waylon Foster is the up back. Reverse to Foster, who gets the ball, makes his way to the 20, and gets absolutely demolished by 3 Braves on that play, which will bring us to the end of the first quarter, and we will send you to commercial break.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
And we are back here at Blevins Memorial Stadium. Took the short trip up Highway 135 to Brownstown, where the Braves are currently down 14-0 the Braves are up 14-0 over the Lions here at the start of the second quarter. And here's some real quick score updates. Floyd Central has a 7-0 lead over Seymour. Springs Valley has an 8-0 lead over West Washington. Scottsburg and Cordon's tied up. Providence has a 14-0 lead over Clarksville. And Madison is up 7-0 over Connorsville. Salem is brought up here, fourth down and 5 to go, and it looks like this will be the 4th drive and the 4th punt for the Lions offense. Garrison deep to receive, standing on the 50-yard line. Braxton Dean with his heels on the 5-yard line. There's the snap to Braxton. The punt is up. It is a deep kick that hits the 50-yard line, takes a Salem bounce. It is fielded by Garrison, who jukes out Shockey, makes his way forward, picks up about 5 yards on the return. Garrison tackled at his own 45-yard line. That is where Brownstown will set up shop to start this drive with 11:48 here till halftime. They put him on the 45. Their own 45 is where Sheffer will start the drive for the Braves tonight. Number 16, Trey Swain, and number 1, Garrison, is wingbacks. There is the handoff. Right side to number 16, Swain, who picks up 10 yards on the play. He took a nasty shot, but he bounced back after laying on the turf for a second. And that's what Brownstown likes to do. They like to do this misdirection. They have 3 options. They can snap the ball to the up back, to the wing back, or the quarterback. There's usually lots of motion. There's Garrison in motion. And quarterback drops back to pass. He hits number 4, Lane Pendleton, on the curl route. Pass caught at the 30-yard line. He makes his way forward for 6 more yards. That'll be a 11-yard pickup for the Braves. Ball on the 23-yard line. First completion tonight for Micah Sheffer, which he is in gun. Whistle is blown dead. Neutral zone infraction on the Lions. Offside offside Salem. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. The Braves will have 1st and 5. 11 minutes remain here till half. 14-0 Braves. Sheffer in the pistol. Trevor Brandeman is the up-back. Trey Sweeney is a wingback, and Garrison is a wingback. It is a reverse to Garrison, who makes his way to the 10-yard line, to the 5-yard line, and he gets stood up by Ethan Campbell on the 2-yard line. That'll be another first down Brownstown. That was a handoff to Sweeney, and then a reverse to Garrison, who made his way to the 2-yard line. Quarterback direct snap, and touchdown for Brownstown. Quarterback direct snap, Micah Sheffer makes his way right up the middle for a 2-yard touchdown, which makes it 20-0. Brownstown over Salem, pending the PAT. First touchdown tonight for Sheffer. The other two are by Garrison. Conyer set to line up for the kick. There is the snap. The kick is up. The kick is good. 21-0. Brownstown over Salem. 10:29 remains till halftime. It is worth noting, this is week 4, and in week 2, Charlestown is the only team that is yet to score on the Braves this season. Nothing. Braves over the line. 10:29 remain. Salem is now going from left to right, going towards the scoreboard. Shockey and Dean feet on the goal line. No, they put Moore in to receive the kick. Moore and Shockey feet on the 1-yard line for this kickoff. Ball is on the left hash. There's the whistle. There's the kick. It is a deep high kick fielded by Shockey at the 4-yard line, who makes his way to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Stutter steps. Drives his way to the 25-yard line. Salem will set up shop on the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for Braxton and his offense. Salem has been held to 23 yards rushing tonight and 2 yards receiving. Campbell and Shockey out wide. Dent and Moore split backs. Dean under center. There is the snap, and it is a pitch to the right side to Dent, who makes his way after a hard-fought run. Picks up about 4 on the play. And Brownstown has absolutely shut down Dent tonight, only allowing 6 yards rushing so far through 1 quarter and a piece. 9:50 remains, 21-0 Brownstown. Campbell out wide to the right. Dent and Foster is the up back. There's the handoff to Foster, who goes around the far side and gets stopped after a 1-yard pickup. And I will continue to say it, Brownstown is doing an exceptional job gang tackling tonight. 2, 3, 4 guys minimum on the ball every play. Brings up a 3rd and 7 for the Lions on the 31-yard line. Peyton Shockey brings the play in. 3rd down and 5. Campbell out wide. Shockey the up back and more split back. There's the pitch to Dent, who makes his way to the right side, picks up a yard on the play. That brings up 4th down. 4th down and 4 for the Lions. 8:40 remains till half. 21-0 Braves. It looks like Salem is going to go for it here on their own 33-yard line. Shockey, the near side, is receiver. Campbell to the far side, split back. Karras is a QB keep around the right side. Nothing is picked up. He was lucky to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be a turnover on downs for the Lions. 0-yard pickup for Braxton on the quarterback keeper. 1st down and 10 Braves. And they'll have the ball on their own 34-yard line. Sweeney Garrison as wingbacks. Stahl is up back. There's the quarterback to Sheffer. He rolls to his right and connects with number 4, Lane Pendleton, on the 5-yard out route. That'll bring up 2nd down. Second down for the Braves and 5 to go. 5-yard completion from Sheffer to Pendleton. 2 wingbacks and an up back. There is Sheffer, drops back to pass. He throws. He hits a wide open Pendleton at the 15-yard line. He makes his way to the 10-yard line. Brownstown's passing game is really starting to pick up here in the second quarter. 7:30 remains, 21-0 Brownstown. That will set up 1st and goal for the Braves. 2 wingbacks and an up back with quarterback in the gun. 1 receiver to the far side. Sheffer drops back, looks. He scrambles. He makes his way up the middle. He gets down to the 5. He gets in the end zone. There is a flag. It will be a face mask on Salem, and that is a touchdown, Brownstown. Waiting on the call from the officials, but I could tell from up here that was a face mask. Yep, face mask Salem. I believe they're going to take it on the kickoff. That makes it 27-0 Brownstown over Salem, 7:16 till halftime. Yes, they will take it on the kickoff. PAT pending. Conyer set to kick. There is the snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. 28-0, 7:16 till halftime. Brownstown over Salem. And with that, we will send you to a commercial break.
One thing is consistent. Things change. A lot can happen in a year, and usually does. Things change. When they do, your insurance policy should too. Talk to Jason Petmeyer at Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Call 812-883-2995 or visit infarmbureau.com. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
And we are back here at Blevins Memorial Stadium in Brownstown, where the Braves just took a 28-0 lead over the Lions, with 7:16 remains till halftime. With that, we'll try and get some quick score updates. Silver Creek is up 14-0 over Eastern. Scottsburg up 7-0 over Corden. Washington is down to the Springs Valley Blackhawks 8-0. Providence took a 21-0 lead over Clarksville. But here in Brownstown, it is 28-0 Brownstown, and there is the kick. It is deep, and it goes out of the back of the end zone, touchback. Salem will take over here, first down on their own 25-yard line, I think is where they're putting this. The ball went past the pylon and out of the end zone on the kickoff. 20-yard line is where Salem will start due to the face mask on the touchdown. Dean brings the lines up to the line. Campbell to the far side, the receiver. Braxton and Gunn. Dent to his left. There is the handoff. Or no, it is a quarterback keeper. Braxton is dragging a defender. He makes his way up to the middle past the 30-yard line. Down to the 32-yard line. That is a 12-yard pickup by Braxton Dean on the quarterback keeper. He is drugged down from behind on that play. And that is, I believe, the most yards gained by the Lions so far tonight. A 12-yard pickup by Dean on the quarterback keeper. Two wide receivers for the Lions. Dent is the up back, more in the backfield. Dean under center. There's Dent in motion. There's the pitch to Dent, who makes it up the middle. He cuts his way, makes it out to the 35-yard line. He'll be tripped up at the 36-yard line. 4-yard pickup for Dent on the little toss. Second down and about 6 for the Lions here. Brownstown gets the ball after halftime. Salem has 2 timeouts remaining. Brownstown has 3. Dean is under center. Split backs in the backfield. Moore and Shockey. Dent in motion. There's the pitch to Shockey. He goes around the far side. Gets to the 40. He stumbles, finds his balance, picks up a few more yards. Makes it to the 50-yard line. About a 15-yard pickup there for Shockey on the pitch. Clock is running. 5:55 remains till half. Lenny Wynn brings the play into Braxton. And Salem is starting to get a drive put together. If we can score before halftime, that might give us a little bit of momentum going into the break. Campbell out wide to the near side. Braxton and Gunn. He puts Dent on his right side. And there is the fake handoff to Dent. Dean keeps it, goes up the middle on a quarterback keeper. 3-yard pickup for Braxton on the fake handoff to Dent. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Brings up a second down and about 7. Braxton under center. Campbell out to the far side. Dent and Foster as wings. Moore in the backfield. Dent in motion. There's the handoff to the right side to Moore, who gets stood up at the line of scrimmage. That will bring up a 3rd and 7 on the 0-yard carry for Moore. Moore currently has 4 yards rushing on the night. 3rd down and 7. 4:25 remain till half. 28-0 Brownstown. Campbell to the near side out wide. Dent is the wingback. Dean under center. Split backs in the backfield with Foster and Moore. Dent in motion. Pitch to Shockey, who goes around the far side and gets tripped up at midfield. That'll be a 3-yard loss on the toss to Peyton Shockey. That brings up 4th down and 10 for the Lions on the 50-yard line. Timeout called by The Brownstown Braves, 3:53 remains, 28-0. Braves. Now I will send you to a real quick commercial break.
Dream Johnson Scott here to tell you that American Family Insurance is committed to protecting your dream home so that your family has a place to share laughs, celebrations, and milestones, which is why their new homeowner discount rewards customers who have purchased a new home in the last 3 years with a discount on their homeowner's policy. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Contact Rodney Bruff, agent at Rodney S. Bruff Agency Incorporated at 812-277-1400 today.
Discount and savings amounts and eligibility will vary. Some restrictions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, its operating company, 6,000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
And we are back here where Brownstown just took their first time out with 3:53 remain till halftime, 28-0 Braves over the Lions. And Brandon gave me a real quick score update. IU is up over the Indiana State Sycamores, 38-0 in the second quarter. Salem is lined up to punt here, ball on the 50-yard line. Dean back to punt, Garrison deep to receive, while feet are on the 25-yard line. There's the snap, there's the punt, which is blocked by Brownstown. It is scooped up and pitched back. Ethan Campbell is laying on the ground, slow to get up. Number 31 for Brownstown, Owen Wishmeyer, in on the block in the recovery. Brownstown will take over at their own 24-yard line with 3:45. He just bull rushed through the line and got a clean block on the punt. That was probably worst-case scenario for Salem on that play. Sheffer brings his team to the line. 2 wingbacks and an upback. Sheffer and gun. There is the handoff to Brock Dean, who will make his way around to the far side and pick up a first down. And it looks like he picks up about 14 yards on the play. That will bring up a new set of downs for the Braves. Ball is spotted on the 13-yard line. Brownstown comes to the line. Garrison in motion. It is a snap to the upback, who makes his way up to the goal line. They will put him just short. He is on about the 6-inch mark. I can't tell who was in on that carry. I think it was a direct snap to Trevor Brannaman, who works his way up to the 1-yard line. And there is the motion, and there is the handoff to Trey Sweeney, who, as you can hear from the music in the background, works his way into the end zone for the 1-yard rushing touchdown for the Brownstown Braves. That makes it 34-0. 3 minutes remain. Pending the PAT. And if I'm not mistaken, I think 35 points is a running clock now. 35 or 40. The kick is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 35-0. Brownstown over Salem. 3 minutes remain till halftime. And we will send you to Schneck for an update.
If you're living with back or neck pain, even the simplest tasks can feel overwhelming, but expert relief is closer than you think. Schneck now offers 2 specialized practices for spine care, Schneck Neurosurgery and Schneck Orthopedic Spine, giving you access to a full spectrum of advanced treatment options right here at home. We're proud to highlight Dr. Matthew Stanfield, a highly skilled neurosurgeon with over 25 years of experience and leader of Schneck Neurosurgery, renowned for his expertise in treating complex spinal conditions. hands. Schneck's Spine Care Program proudly welcomes Dr. Kenneth McKinley, a board-certified orthopedic spine surgeon with over a decade of experience, who now leads Schneck Orthopedic Spine. Together, these two practices bring you comprehensive spine care.
I am sorry, Schneck, to cut you short, but we have play here at Brownstown where the kick is off, the kick is deep, and it is fielded at the 10-yard line by Karis Moore, who makes his way past the 20, just shy of the 25, let's say the 24-yard line, where Salem will set up shop with 2:58 to half. First and 10 Lions on their own 24-yard line. And let's see what Braxton can have in store as Peyton Shockey brings the play in. 2:58 to half. 35-0, Brownstown over Salem. Dean brings his team up to the line. Two wide receivers to the far side, Shockey and Campbell. Moore and Dent split back, and it is a pitch to Dent, who gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage on the pitch to the near side. Gain of 0, 2nd and 10 for the Lions. Number 66, Joe Roberts, made the tackle there for the Braves. Ball remains on the Salem's own 24-yard line. Campbell out wide to the far side. Shockey and Dent wingbacks. Moore is the back in the backfield. There's the toss to Shockey to the far side. He makes his way up to past the 25 to the 26, and they'll put him at the 27-yard line. 3-yard pickup by Shockey. 2:11 remains. Timeout, Brownstown Central. We will just keep you right here. I believe this will be a short break. Like I said, Sheffer, the quarterback for Brownstown, he is going to attend Purdue University for golf. And then, let's see, I have another note on here. If I can find it. Oh, yes. Offensive lineman Isaac Hutchinson, he is committed to play at Central Michigan. He is, like I said, an offensive lineman. Which, Central Michigan is where Marion Lukes attended. He played for Charlestown, graduated in the class of 2020 with Brandon and I. Nothing. Brownstown over Salem. 2:11 remains. 1 timeout for Brownstown. 2 for Salem. And Moore split the backfield, and there is a flag as we move Campbell back to quarterback. Waiting on the call to see what the flag was. False start on Salem. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. So that will move us back to the 21-yard line, where we will have a 3rd down and 13. 3rd down and 13 from our own 21-yard line. 2:11 remains. Campbell under center. Moore and Dent split in the backfield. Campbell drops back to pass. He throws the ball to Dent on a swing pass, and Dent wasn't even looking for the ball. That'll bring up a 4th down. There was some miscommunication or something going on there in the Lions huddle. Campbell dropped back to throw a little swing pass to Dent, and Dent wasn't even looking for the ball. That leaves 2 minutes on the clock with a 35-0 lead. Brownstown over Salem. Logan Dent is back to punt. Low snap. He gets it off. The ball bounces at the 43-yard line, takes a Salem bounce. Garrison touches it at the 39-yard line and rolls out of bounds, and that is where Brownstown will set up shop on their own 39-yard line. I haven't seen Braxton in at all on that last drive. I'm not sure what happened. I didn't see him go down with an injury, did you? Neither did I. Anyways, a minute 53 remains till halftime. 35-0 Brownstown, where they will start with the ball on their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Braves. Schiffer in the gun. 2 wingbacks and an upback. The upback is number 15, Evan Stahl. Trey Sweeney is a wingback. Garrison is an upback. Schiffer and gun. He drops back. He rolls to the far side. Looks to throw. He hits number 6, Trueblood, on the out route, but it is broken up by Peyton Shockey. Great defense there by Peyton Shockey. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Braves. Schiffer gets the play call. Schiffer and gun. Garrison and Sweeney, wingbacks. Sweeney in motion, and there's a handoff to Sweeney. He makes his way to the far side. He makes his way to the 45, to the 50. Tripped up. Oh, he fumbles the football. And it is recovered by Brownstown. He fell, I believe he fell on his own ball, didn't he? That'll be a 13-yard pickup there for Sweeney on the carry. He makes his way to the sidelines. Number 20 comes in. Brock Dean is the other up back. Schiffer at quarterback, who will be in gun. Garrison is the other wing back. Ball is on the far hash mark. There's the snap. Double handoff to Garrison, who makes his way out to the 40-yard line, breaking tackles. He has broken 4 tackles on that play, makes it just short of the 35-yard line. Will mark him down at the 36-yard line. It is quick offense here, 1st and 10. Schiffer gets the snap. He rolls to the far side, looking to throw. He scrambles. He takes off running. He gets the first down and steps out of bounds with 57 seconds remaining. Micah Schiffer gets 10 yards there on the first down. He was looking for his receiver downfield. Nothing was there. Great coverage. He takes off running. 1st and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line. Direct snap. And he is tackled. That is number 15, Evan Stahl, with the 12-yard carry. Direct snap up the middle. Clock is running. Clock is stopped while I reset the chains. 1st and 10. 57 seconds remains here. Schiffer in the gun. He takes it. He hands it off to Garrison, who makes his way to the near side. Makes the rest of the 10 to the 5. And touchdown, Garrison. 3rd touchdown of the night for Garrison. Makes it 41-0 with 40 seconds remaining until halftime. Pending another PAT. And that was just a simple handoff to Garrison to the near side, and he makes his way, weaves through traffic, and walks pretty much into the end zone, nearly untouched. About a 14-yard rushing touchdown. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 42-0 here, Brownstown over Salem. 40 seconds remain, and this one is starting to get out of hand. Like I said, there has only been one team so far this season to score on the Braves. They held court into a shutout in week 1. I believe Charlestown had 25 points on them in the second game, but that turned out to be a blowout. And last week, New Albany was shut out against the Braves, and currently the Lions are shut out 42-0 with 40 seconds left until halftime. As Collier gets the ball set on the 40-yard line, on the near hash, Salem will be receiving, working left to right. You can tell by Salem's body language, they look like they're about done. They're just walking around on the field. Moore and Shockey feet on the 3-yard line, back deep to receive the kick from Collier. It is a squib right up the middle. DJ Ward will field it at the 30-yard line and go down. That is a heads-up play by DJ Ward on the squib kick. There is still no sign of Braxton Dean in this game. I don't see him in the huddle. Do you, Ethan? Campbell will be under center. Dent and Moore split backs, 2 wide receivers for Campbell. He is under center. There's the toss to the far side. Dent, who doesn't have a hole to run, he manages to get 2 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 8. 30 seconds remain, 36 seconds on the play clock. We don't have to run another play before half. I'll be surprised if we do. They're sending Waylon Foster in with the play. 15 seconds remains, 22 on the play clock. 42-0, Brownstown. Campbell brings the team to the line. I don't know if we're going to get a playoff, and we do. It is a toss to Dent to the far side, who gets stuffed for a gain of 0. There is the horn sound. And the teams will go into halftime. Salem is trailing the Brownstown Braves 42-0. And we will send you to our halftime show, and I will be back after these quick commercial messages.
With Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig, and talking to you about all things IHSAA related. Paul, thanks for being with me. You and your colleagues are very busy. It's that time of year where you're annually in the fall on the road talking with athletic directors and finding out what's going on with the membership. How has that project gone so far?
It's gone great. Really good for us to get out of the office and go to where our schools are at. We were in Plymouth, Indiana, and met with probably about 75 school principals and athletic directors, and had about another 75 at our meeting in Lowell, Indiana. And then we kind of go over what's gone on within the association over the past year, and we really talk about everything from student leadership. A lot of our principals bring students to these meetings, and we have a session just for student development and working on some leadership traits, talking to our champions together and officials, and topic that's on everybody's mind these days, the athletic transfers, and so there's just a whole host of things that we go over at this meeting, and that we also want to listen, have the opportunity to listen to our schools and understand what they need from us helps us also.
I think it's interesting, too, that when you mentioned the one thing that's on the minds of a lot of people is this transfer situation, and, you've been involved in this for quite a while, and there have been transfers from day one, and now there's a more clear-cut way of doing it.
Yeah, there is. I mean, we changed some bylaws last year. Everybody thinks we've been kind of absent of change, and, that since, 2012, we've had 32 changes to our transfer rules. And so we've always tried to evolve and adjust, but still protect, students' ability to participate. Our concern is not only students that transfer, 92%, almost 93% receive full eligibility when we do over 3,000 transfers annually. But, we're also worried about the students who may get displaced by somebody transferring for solely athletic reasons. So we have to keep every student in mind, even ones that are not involved in the transfer process.
Well, have transfers, you have NIL, you have, this is a challenging time to be involved in high school sports in our state.
Things continually change, and we look at the youth sport explosion on the front side of high school participation and understand that that's not about education first. And then I think it's hard-pressed to say that the collegiate atmosphere today is not about education first. I jokingly tell the membership I can't remember the last time I turned on a broadcast and heard somebody celebrate the graduation rate of their athlete, which tells me that the academic focus has left a lot of universities.
The cynic in me would say it's now become what everyone knew it was, but never really talked about it directly, and that it become a highly commercialized and almost professional type of environment. But that's for another topic. All right, we are at the point in the athletic year. They have 2 weeks until golf. Is that right? Am I reading that right? 2 weeks until girls golf?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they're in their final matches of the regular season, and tournaments will begin in 2 weeks, and it's amazing how we get to this point here. Shortly after that, everything else we offer will begin. And I know you and I talked about it earlier, but every sport is really past or almost past the halfway point of their season. Just amazing how fast that point of the season gets there.
Speaking of how fast it goes, we're coming up on week number 4 of the high school football season, so I think that underscores it better than anything.
That's exactly right, Coach. We talk about football a little bit every week, and it's amazing that we're sitting here with week 4, and tomorrow we'll cross over the halfway, or not next week, we'll cross over the halfway mark, and it's just amazing. And teams are still figuring some thing out. We have teams that are having the season that they expected to have, but it's what coaches do. It's help student athletes learn through sometimes adversity, but they also have to learn through success.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig. Commissioner, thanks so much for your time. Have a fantastic week. Be safe on the highways.
Thanks, Coach. We'll listen to you on the radio on Friday and Saturday night.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Are you ready for a touchdown of savings? It's football season, and we're kicking off the biggest sale of the year at John Jones Auto Group. Whether you're tailgating or heading to the big game, we've got the perfect ride for you. From sporty SUVs to family-friendly minivans, every vehicle is priced to win. Plus, enjoy unbeatable trade-in deals, 0% financing, and available service contracts that keep you covered long after the final whistle. So why wait? Gear up for greatness with John Jones Auto Group. We're your winning team for the best cars and deals around. Visit us today at one of our 4 convenient locations, Salem, Scottsburg, Greenville, or Corden, or check us out online at johnjonesautogroup.com. And remember, John Jones Auto Group. We see so many because they paid so little. John Jones supports our Salem Lions. Good luck tonight, and go team.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're good at insurance. But not just any insurance. We're good at...
No.
Did you forget the parking brake? Yes, you forgot the parking brake. Insurance. When the forecast calls for cheese ball fight tail insurance. Even shouldn't have parked under that tree. Insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Call your Washington County Farm Bureau agent, Jason Fettmeyer, at 812-620-8922.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapy. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272. Planning to buy some land or build a new home or maybe put up a fence? Do you know your property line? Are you in a floodplain? When it comes to surveying your property, call someone you can trust with years of experience. That's McAllister Land Consulting. Call 812-274-0860. Providing fast, friendly service at reasonable rates. McAllister Land Consulting can provide a wide range of services, including residential and commercial certified land surveys, flood elevation certificates, and land usage consulting. Get to know your property.
Call McAllister Land Consulting for a free quote today at 812-274-0860. Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarterback is coming on the field. Malaya Fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sideline. And now for the featured star of the night, the Big Mac. You scored every time with a hot fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get one free. You'll score every time with the white meat dish. When you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can get that great fresh taste all season long. The end of summer is coming faster than we would like. That's why we're savoring every moment and every flavor at Summer Wine Down at Holiday World and Splash and Safari. Festive dishes paired with Indiana wine. Very scary sangrias by the pool. Thanksgiving treats featuring coasters. Festive foods, select wines, collectible cups. One giant celebration, August 4th through September 13th at Holiday World and Splash and Safari. Come for the thrill. Stay for the flavors. Get your tickets at holidayworld.com. The pizza makers over at Papa John's are cooking up something pretty crustworthy. The new garlic 5-cheese crust. This one is for the crust lovers, the cheese chasers, and those garlic fanatics. It's loud, it's rich, it's straight up delicious. They start by hand-stretching Papa John's original dough made with 6 simple ingredients, brushing it with garlic parm sauce, and adding 5 bold melty cheeses. It's cheesy garlic bread meets pizza. Order the new garlic 5-cheese crust today. Call Reese at 812-883-3369 for pickup or delivery. Or order online to collect your Papa Rewards. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. If you're living with back or neck pain, even the simplest tasks can feel overwhelming. But expert relief is closer than you think. Schneck now offers 2 specialized practices for spine care, Schneck Neurosurgery and Schneck Orthopedic Spine, giving you access to a full spectrum of advanced treatment options right here at home. We're proud to highlight Dr. Matthew Stanfield, a highly skilled neurosurgeon with over 25 years of experience and leader of Schneck Neurosurgery, renowned for his expertise in treating complex spinal conditions. Schneck Spine Care Program proudly welcomes Dr. Kenneth McKinley, a board-certified orthopedic spine surgeon with over a decade of experience. We now lead Schneck Orthopedic Spine. Together, these 2 practices bring you comprehensive spine care, from advanced imaging and non-surgical therapies to expert surgical solutions, all tailored to your unique needs. And because it's Schneck, you'll receive compassionate, high-quality care without having to travel far. Visit schneckmed.org to learn more. Schneck Orthopedic Spine and Schneck Neurosurgery, expert spine care, close to home. When it comes to getting the job done right, from driveways to bridge work and paving to construction and excavating, there's one name you can count on: Temple & Temple Excavating. Serving homeowners and also handling big jobs for city, county, and state highway projects, they built a reputation on quality work since 1948. Driveways, construction, demolition. If you need it moved, cleared, built, or torn down, call Temple & Temple Excavating at 812-883-6644. Temple & Temple have been supporting Washington County for 77 years, one project at a time. Call Temple & Temple today at 812-883-6644 or find them online at templeandtemple.com, where you can also apply for job opportunities.
The cars and stars of the Arkham and Art Series return to Salem Speedway for the Kentuckiana Ford Dealers 200, Saturday, September 20th. Don't miss the Young Guns of ARCA battle it out on the high bank, plus exciting actions in the Crown Vic. It all kicks off with qualifying at 5:15. Crown Vic feature at 6 o'clock, and the Arkham and Art Series takes the green at 8 p.m. Save big money on discount tickets at Menards. Get all the details at SalemSpeedway.com. It's the Kentuckiana Ford Dealers 200, Saturday night, September 20th at Salem Speedway.
Hoosier fans, your Indiana football team returns to Memorial Stadium to continue the 2025 season. Join head coach Kirk Signetti and your Hoosiers at Memorial Stadium on Friday, September 12th, when they take on the Indiana State Sycamores. Tickets are going fast, so call 812-855-4006 or visit IUHoosiers.com and purchase yours today so you don't miss out on any of the action. Cheer on your Hoosiers to victory this fall and help pack the rock. 13th in Campbellsburg, Indiana. Come out and try a variety of food vendors, craft booths, and a weekend of down-home fun. The festival kicks off with the Miss Country Girl pageant on Sunday, September 7th at 3 p.m. at West Washington High School. Events on September 12th include the annual town-wide yard sales throughout the day and opening ceremonies with live music from the Little Mountain Band at 5 p.m. and the Monarchs at 7 p.m. On Saturday, there is a 5K and pancake breakfast to get things underway, followed by a baking contest, antique farm machinery show, Little Mr. and Miss contest at noon, Silly Safari at 11 a.m., and a parade at 2 p.m. There will be food vendors, plenty of activities for the kids, live music, and fireworks to close out the day at 9 p.m. For more information, contact Whitley Clements on Facebook or see the festival Facebook page for more information about entering the different contests. All roads in southern Indiana lead to Campbellsburg on September 12th and 13th for the 31st Campbellsburg Country Festival.
And that is right. If you want some family fun, go to the Campbellsburg Country Festival. We are back here at Blevins Memorial Stadium as the teams are taking the field to warm up for the second half. It is a 42-0 lead. Brownstown over Salem here. There will be a running clock the second half. The 35 points is the minimum for running clocks, but it doesn't start till the second half. So with that being said, I'll give you some score updates in the area. We'll start out with some college football. IU has a 45-0 lead over the Indiana State Sycamores at half. Providence is up 35-0 over Clarksville. Silver Creek is up 14-0 against Pekin Eastern. Troy Central has a 21-7 lead over Seymour. Corden and Scottsburg are tied up at 7. But Charlestown and North Harrison are tied up at 14. And Springs Valley has an 8-0 lead over the West Washington Senators. And then with that, we will go into our first half stats. Salem has really just been shut down this whole first half. Yet to get on the board. For Salem, we have Waylon Foster has 6 yards rushing. Peyton Shockey has 18 yards rushing and 2 receptions, or 1 reception for 2 yards, excuse me. The most carries tonight for the Lions, of course, is Dent, and he has only 13 yards rushing, but the leading rusher tonight is Braxton Dean, which I don't know how much more of Braxton we will see in the second half. And then over for the Brownstown Braves. Garrison is leading it with 98 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. And then we have Terry Sweeney has 24 yards rushing. Micah Sheffer, the quarterback, 21 yards rushing. And number 20, Brock Dean, has 20 yards rushing. Sheffer is 3 for 6 passing, 34 yards. All those completions are to number 4, Wayne Pendleton. When we go to penalties, Brownstown has yet to have a penalty in this game. Salem has 3 for 25 yards, an offsides, a false start, and a face mask. Clock is ticking down here to start the second half. Like I said, 42-0. With that, I would like to take a moment and thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. John Jones Auto Group, McDonald's of Salem, Salem Crossing, Meadowview Healthcare, Washington County Tire, Schneck Hospital, Papa John's of Salem, Vital Farms, Jason Petmeyer Insurance, Rodney Bruff Insurance, Temple & Temple. 1 minute till the second half. Like I said, 42-0. Brownstown over the Salem Lions. And pretty much for the second half, the key, you want to try and get on the board. You hate to see a big goose egg, and the major goal is for everybody to get on that bus healthy. The game isn't over until it's over, but you still have the rest of the season to look forward to. You don't want to have anybody get injured. You're just trying to make it onto the bus healthy. Salem will be at home next week, the start of a 3-game home stretch against the Springs Valley Blackhawks, and then home against the County Corden will be home against Corden, and then the third leg will be home against the County Foe, the Eastern Musketeers. Next week, you will hear Brandon and Nick Ingram as a special guest, as I have a wedding to attend. Congratulations to the Bays. Right now, Brandon is at the IU football game. He bought season tickets. He didn't know there was going to be a Friday game when he bought them. So, you're left listening to me for this ball game. I have my brother Ethan here in the booth to help track stats. You're probably not going to hear a word from him the entire game as he's sitting over there laughing. 12 minutes on the clock. Salem is set to kick from the left to right to Brownstown. The first time I've called his name tonight, Blake Applegate is set to kick. There's the whistle. And there is the kick deep to number 20, Brock Dean, who makes his way out to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. He cuts back, he hits the 45, the 50, and he gets tripped up on the opposite side of the 50-yard line where Brownstown will set up 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line. Number 50, Cage Calloway, in on that tackle, as Sheffer brings his squad back to the line. Sheffer and gun, Brock Dean and Garrison wingbacks. Can't tell who the upback is. One receiver to the near side. And there's the handoff to number 9. Laner around the outside, who makes his way. He makes it to the 30, to the 30, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and that is a one-play drive touchdown Brownstown. 45-yard end-around touchdown by number 9, Lyndon Laner. 48-0 Braves. Running clock is running. 10 minutes remain here. We are pending Conyers PAT. He has looked excellent kicking PATs and kickoffs. And there's the snap. Ball's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. I'll keep you right here, folks. That was a quick one-play, 45-yard drive. Just a handoff end around to Landon Laner, who weaved through traffic and made his way into the end zone for the Brownstown touchdown. And that is just a blow to this Salem football team, trailing 49-0 with 10:21 remaining in the third quarter. Salem makes their way to the field. Conyers has the ball on the tee, the 40-yard line, the near hash. They are kicking from right to left. Number 7, Karis Moore, has his feet on the 5-yard line, as does Peyton Shockey, number 3. They are deep to receive. And there is the whistle from the officials. The kick is high, deep, far, bounces at the 15-yard line. Covered by Shockey, who makes a spin move at the 25-yard line. Gains a couple more. Salem will shut up shop on their own 27-yard line. I got word halftime that we're probably not going to see Braxton Dean the rest of the ball game. So that moves Ethan Campbell back to quarterback. It's glad to see Ethan still playing after that nasty knee injury he suffered last week against the Warriors, which Campbell is under center, split backs, Moore and Dent in the backfield, 2 wide receivers for the Lions. There's the handoff, the pitch to the near side to Dent, who makes his way, picks up a couple, just shy of the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2nd and 8 on the 2-yard pickup for Dent. Running clock, like I said, 9 minutes remain here in the third quarter. 49-0, Brownstown over Salem. Campbell breaks the huddle, makes his way brings his team to the line. Lenny Wynn out to the far side as receiver, split backs, Moore and Dent. Waylon Foster is the wingback, and it is just a simple turnaround handoff to Moore up the middle. He gains a few of positive yards. He picks up 3 on that. That brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Lions. Ball on their own 29-yard line. Like I said, running clock for the second half. Lenny Wayne goes out to the far side as receiver. Campbell under center. Dent is the wingback. Warren Shockey split backs. There's the snap. He turns around, pitches it to Shockey, who weaves his way up and picks up will he pick up the first down? Yes, they are moving the chains. That is a 5-yard pickup for Shockey on that play. As Shockey makes his way to the sidelines. Campbell gets the play call coming in from Foster. And Shockey took a huge hit on that last play. He picked up 5, but it was a hard-fought 5 yards. Salem sets up shop here, 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. 2 wide receivers, Foster and Lenny Wynn. Split backs, Moore and Dent in the backfield. Campbell under center. There's the snap. Campbell pitches it to the near side to Dent, who works his way. And he's lucky to make it to the line of scrimmage. Yes, he makes it to the line of scrimmage. Gain of 0 for Dent. 2nd and 10 for the Lions. There were some extracurriculars going on. At this point, you just need to play level-headed and try and make it on the bus. And I hate to say it, but really look forward to next week against the Blackhawks, which is going to be tough competition, as they are ranked in the top 10 for 1A. Lenny Wynn to the far side out wide. Dent, the wingback. Shockey and Moore still in the backfield. Campbell under center. There's the snap to Campbell. He pitches it to the far side to Logan Dent, who gets tripped up by the turf monster. No gain on the play for the Lions. That brings up 3rd and 10. 6:30 remain in the third quarter. 49-0 Braves. Campbell is in the huddle with the team. Breaks the huddle. Lenny Wynn out wide to the near side. Campbell under center. Foster and Dent is the wingbacks. Moore in the backfield. Dent goes in motion. Quick toss to Dent. Campbell scrambles to the near side. Throws a pass on an out route to Waylon Foster. It hits the turf. Incomplete. 4th and 10. And the punting team is trotting onto the field for the Lions with 5:50 remaining in the third quarter. Dent is back to catch the punt. They put in number 20, Brock Dean, back deep to receive the punt from the feet on his own 30-yard line. There's a snap to Dent. Barely gets it off from almost being blocked again. The ball hits the 35-yard line, takes a Salem bounce. DJ Ward will pick up the ball. Brownstown will set up at their own 17-yard line. 5 minutes remain on the running clock. 49-0 Braves over Salem. And I believe the junior varsity team is in for the Brownstown Braves. They have seen a lot of playing time in a varsity game this season. You know, they put up 60 points to nothing against 60-some points to nothing against Corden week 1. I think it was 70-some they put up on Charlestown, 70-25 week 2. Last week was a 54-0 victory over the New Albany Bulldogs. Here we have reached 4 minutes 30 seconds. There's a Brave substituting into the game. It looks like number 14, Eli Hutchinson, is the quarterback in gun. And in motion is a handoff up the middle to the up back. Tackled by Salem. He goes up the middle, picks up about 4 on the play. I'm trying to see who was the ball carrier on that one. I believe it was number 30 for Brownstown, Isaac Hampton. He is a sophomore, 5'9", weighing in at $150. Wide receiver to the near side for the Braves. Quarterback in gun. Motion. Double handoff. It goes to the far side. He works his way past the 25 to the 27-yard lines where they'll put him down. I believe that brings up 3rd down for the Braves. I'm trying to see who the ball carrier was. I believe it was number 27. Under top on the carry. Hutchinson getting the play call. One receiver to the near side. Receiver motions towards the line. Up back in motion. Just a handoff to the wingback, number 27. Under top. Who will pick up the 1st down for the Braves as he crosses the 30-yard line. They will mark him at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10. No, they put him at the 30. 1st and 10 Braves. Just under 2.5 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 49-0 Braves. One receiver to the near side. They are working from right to left. They look to get the play call from coach. Hutchinson with the ball. He rolls to the near side, drops back to pass. He looks close. He has a man down the near sideline and just barely goes through the hands of Dawson Brannaman at the 40-yard line. If he would have caught that, I think he might have housed that one. So that brings up an incomplete pass on the fade ball from Eli Hutchinson to Dawson Brannaman. 1:35, the clock remains to move due to the running clock being 49-0. Quarterback in the gun. Receiver to the near side. Wing back to the nutback. Wing back in motion. Hand off to number 9 around this side. He makes his way to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, and he gets tripped up by Lenny Wynn. There's a penalty coming in late. Lyndon Lehner on the carry. Makes it to the 40-yard line, blocking the back on the Braves. I believe Salem will accept this. You're dumb not to. Yes, blocking the back on Brownstown. I believe that is from the spot. Yard penalty on the Braves on the block in the back. That brings us, that is the first penalty committed by the Braves. They have 2nd and 9 here with 16 seconds remain. Ball's on their own 29-yard line. 31-yard line. Hutchinson in the gun and in motion. Turns around, there's Landon Laner has the ball at the middle. He makes his way to the 40, to the 45. Well, there will be a new set of downs for the Braves at the end of the third quarter. 49-0, end of the third quarter. Brownstown over Salem. I will send you out to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
It's WSLM's Lauren Mitchell, and we're celebrating 50 years of the iconic Egg McMuffin breakfast sandwich. And McDonald's will serve up the all-new Spicy McMuffin starting July 8th. This bold remix includes everything fans already love about the iconic Egg McMuffin sandwich. Melty cheese, a freshly cracked egg, sourced 100% in the U.S., and a perfectly toasted and buttered English muffin. Plus, a fiery, delicious twist. A shot of McDonald's signature spicy pepper sauce. Fans can also enjoy the Spicy Sausage McMuffin and the Spicy Sausage McMuffin with egg. The sizzling breakfast sandwiches will be available at participating restaurants for a limited time while supplies last. I know you'll be loving it.
And we are back here in Brownstown, where the Braves just picked up a first down, have a new set of downs to start the fourth quarter. 1st and 10, start of the fourth. There's a snap to Hutchinson, turns around, hands it off to number 13, who makes it on the far side, goes past the 50-yard line. There's some extracurriculars going on. You have got to play level-headed in a situation like this. Number 9, Landon Laner on that carry. He has carried the ball the last 2 plays for the Braves. Brownstown's kind of running an up-tempo. 2nd down and 7 to go. 3-yard pickup for Landon Laner. Ball on the 49-yard line. Hutchinson gets the play call. He is in the gun. 2 wingbacks and an up-back. Receiver near side. Brownstown is working from left to right towards the scoreboard. Man in motion. Direct snap to the up-back, who is fighting his way. I think he is at the stick for a first down. No, they're marking him just short, a yard short. 6-yard pickup there by the up-back. I believe that is number 5, Prather Peters. 3rd down and 1, I think. 3rd down and 1 here for the Braves. Hutchinson is in gun. 2 wingbacks and an up-back. Man in motion. Direct snap to the quarterback. He makes his way. He gets the first down. He makes it to the 40-yard line, just past the 40-yard line to the 29-yard line. They are in Salem territory. 10 minutes, 30 seconds remain on this running clock in the fourth quarter. 49-0 Braves over the Lions. And I tell you, Brownstown is using an up-tempo offense here. With the junior varsity team in against the varsity Lions, I believe. I think it's a mix of both. Now there's a direct snap to the up-back, number 26, who makes his way past the 30-yard line, drags some Lions about 5 yards, picks up the first down, makes his way to the 16-yard line. He picks up 13 yards on that play. I believe that was number 26. Number 26 on the carry for the Braves. Landon Alt on the direct snap. They are rotating several Brownstown players in. 2 wingbacks, 1 up back and the quarterback, man in motion. Quarterback turns around, hands it off to number 40, who goes to the far side and gets stood up by a pack of Lions on the sidelines. It looks like there's a Brave down with an injury. He gets up, and they will mark him at the 25-yard line. 2-yard pickup there. I believe number 40 was on the carry. Tristan Millick. They are rotating several players in. 2nd and 8 for the Braves, and they are making more substitutions. 8:50 remains. Base formation for the Braves. Man in motion, direct snap to the up-back. He takes it. He gets up-ended and lands on his head awkwardly. Number 26 on the carry, that was an awkward landing by Landon Alt, who was just short of the first down, makes it to the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 3 to go for the Braves. That is about a 4-yard pickup there, and there's another direct snap. That was a direct snap to Brennan Ringler, number 38, who gives the Braves another fresh set of downs just side the 15-yard line, down at the 16. 7:50 remains. Several substitutions going on for the Braves at the moment. One receiver to the near side. Braves are working from the left to right. They are in Salem territory. On the 16-yard line, quarterback in gun. And in motion, there's the snap. Reverse to Laner, I think, who makes his way past the 10-yard line. I think he's down at the 9. I couldn't tell who carried the ball on that one. 39 on the carry. Cooper Vague. They are spreading this ball out. Several ball carriers for the Braves tonight. Was there a penalty? False start against the Braves. That will back them up. They will redo first down. Ball on their own 20, on the Salem 20-yard line. Working from left to right. Hutchinson in gun. 6:30 remains. And there is the snap. Direct snap to the cutback, who fights his way past the 15-yard line. Just shy of the 10. That put him at the 11. 8-yard pickup there by Alt. Again, several substitutions by the Braves. Receiver to the far side. 6 minutes remain in this ball game. Hutchinson in the gun. There is the snap. Hand off to the outside to number 39, who gets hit low and bounces up and fights his way just shy of the goal line. Let's see where they put him here. He got down to the 1, and that was very close to being another Brownstown score. That was number 39, Cooper Vague, on that carry as well. 5:30 remains. They are still doing up-tempo, several substitutions for the Braves. Ball on the 1-yard line. 1st and goal. 14, Hutchinson in the gun. And there is the snap. Handoff to Vague again, who goes around to the near side and goes untouched into the end zone for another Brownstown Braves touchdown. 5 minutes remain, running clock. 55-0, Brownstown over Salem. Pending the PAT, and they will bring in the junior varsity PAT kicker, which is number 41, Jet Jackson. He is a freshman. Number 10 is the holder, Dawson Branneman, who is a sophomore. There's a snap. Down, kick is up, and kick is just as good for the junior varsity kicker as the varsity kicker. Running clock in this ball game, 4:30 remains, 56-0. Braves over Salem, and it is another 50-point ball game for the Braves this season. They've done it every game this season. They put up 60-some week 1 against Corden, 70-some against Charlestown in week 2. Last week they put up 54 against New Albany. They have the junior varsity squad in for the Braves. We'll keep you right here, as there's only 4:30 remaining, 56-0 Braves. Braves are kicking from left to right. Salem has their back to the scoreboard. Ball is on the far hash. I tell you, the Salem fans are starting to head towards the exits. Reed May has had an outstanding coaching career here in Brownstown's 33rd season, and he is 315 and 65. Brownstown's only lost to Salem 2 times in the last 20 years. And there is the kick. It is fielded at the 10. It is dropped by Walters. He makes his way past the 15, just shy of the 20. I think they're going to put him on his own 19. It looks like the Salem junior varsity team is making their way onto the field. And it's I think it's a mix between junior varsity and varsity. Yeah, Dent's coming in. But it's the first time this season Salem has put the JV in. 4 minutes remain in this ball game. Running clock, 56-0 Brownstown over Salem. At this point, you're just trying to stay healthy and try and put something onto the board. Rory Davidson out wide. Split backs in the backfield. Dent in motion. Turn around, handoff to Peyton Shockey. He makes his way to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Oh, that was Peyton Shockey, who makes it in for the Salem touchdown on the end around. 81-yard rushing touchdown for Peyton Shockey, who put Salem on the board with 3 minutes, 6-56. Brownstown over Salem. We are seeing what Salem is lining up to do. They're bringing Blake Applegate in to try the PAT. Waylon Foster to hold. The lefty kicker comes in. Applegate snapped down, up, and the kick is good. 7-56, Brownstown over Salem. 2:45 remain in this ball game. With a running clock. With that makes Salem just one of 2 teams to score on Brownstown this year. The other being Charlestown. While we got the opportunity, I'll give you some more score updates as we pull it up here. Springs Valley, which will be who Salem takes on next week, has a 30-0 lead over the West Washington Senators. Eastern is down to Silver Creek 35-0. Scottsburg and Corden tied at 14. And Floyd Central's up 35-7 over Seymour. So I believe that makes Salem the only team so far in the county that has put up points tonight. So they are down 56-7 to the Brownstown Braves as Blake Applegate lines up for the kick. He is kicking from right to left. There's the whistle. Blake kicks it off the left foot. Fielded at the 20-yard line. Makes it to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. To the 40, to the 30, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Brownstown. Kickoff return, touchdown for the Brownstown. I think that was number 35 for the Braves. Nolan Nert on the carry, and he houses it on the kickoff. About a 75-yard kickoff return touchdown for the Braves. It makes it 62-7 as they have the pending PAT. 2 minutes remain. And this just went from bad to worse, folks. You hate to say that about your own team, but I'm telling it how it is here at Blevins Memorial Stadium. There is a snap, down, kick is up, and the kick is dead middle of the upright, 63-7. Braves over the Lions. 1:41 remains. I'll be surprised if Salem runs many plays, especially with the running clock. I think they're just trying to get to the bus. Look towards Springs Valley next week, which is going to be another hard-fought battle, as it will be at home, the first of 3 home games for the Lions. Springs Valley, followed by Corton, then home against Pekin. Dent and Shockey with their feet on the 10-yard line. Brownstown is kicking from left to right. 1:41 remains. I said Dent and Shockey, feet on the 5-yard line, deep to receive this kick. 1:41 remains in this ball game. Ball's on the tee. Far hash. There's the whistle. And the kicker holds his hand up. And off the right foot of the kicker, deep to Dent, who catches it on the 10, makes his way to the 20, makes his way to the 25, and just past the 25, we'll put him at the 27-yard line, I believe. 1:20 remaining in this ball game. 63-7. I think Salem's just going to try and pretty much run this clock out with a minute remaining. 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line, I believe. Campbell under center, split backs in the backfield, Denton Moore. Pitch to Shockey, who cuts back, gets to the 30, to the 35, to the 36-yard line, I think, is where they will put him. Peyton Shockey picks up 8 yards on the pitch to the near side. 35 seconds remain. 27 on the play clock. One more play I would expect in this ball game. Denton Moore split back in the backfield. Rory Davis to the near side as receiver. Waylon Foster out wide. Dent in motion. And it is a pitch to Dent, who works his way to the far side, who cuts back, who makes it to the 30, to the 40, to the 45. And he is tackled by a whole host of Braves at the 45-yard line. The clock's hit 0, and that will do it here in Brownstown, where the Lions fall 63-7 to the Brownstown Braves. I will send you to a short commercial break, and we will have our post-game show.
When it comes to getting the job done right, from driveways to bridge work and paving to construction and excavating, there's one name you can count on: Temple and Temple Excavating. Serving homeowners and also handling big jobs for city, county, and state highway projects, they've built a reputation on quality work since 1948. Driveways, construction, demolition. If you need it moved, cleared, built, or torn down, call Temple and Temple Excavating at 812-883-6644. Temple and Temple, digging deep and building strong communities, one project at a time. Call Temple and Temple today and get the job done right.
And we are back here where the Lions fall to the Brownstown Braves 63-7, and the only score for the Lions being the kickoff return touchdown for the Lions by Peyton Shockey. With that, that will bring the Brownstown Braves to 4-0 on the season. That will drop Coach Pennington and the Lions to 1-3. The score pretty much says what it was. It was 2, 3, 4 play drives, quick scores. Salem couldn't get anything going. We will get to the stats here in a second. Salem's just got to look next week to hosting the Springs Valley Blackhawks at home, which is not going to be an easy task. They're currently up over the West Washington Senators 30-0 last I heard. It is going to be a tough. This week and next week is probably the toughest stretch Salem has during the whole season. The Blackhawks are ranked like 7th in 1A. All. But with that being said, we will get to some real quick stats tonight. This is going to be a short post-game show as you've had me for the whole night. For Salem, we had Peyton Shockey, Dent, had 23 yards on 13 carries, which has been the shortest night he has had all season, only 1.8 yards a carry. Moore, 5 attempts for 7 yards. Braxton Dean, who didn't play the whole second half, had 22 yards on 5 carries. Salem had a total. Salem had a total of 90 rushing yards and 2 yards of passing. So that is 92 total yards of offense tonight against Brownstown. And yes, they have had that demanding of a win. And for the Braves, Garrison had 3 touchdowns on 98 yards on 5 carries, averaging just under 20 yards a carry. Scheffler, the quarterback, had 4 attempts for 21 yards. 3 for 6 passing for 34 yards, and all of his targets went to number 4, Blaine Pendleton. And the JV played pretty much the whole second half. There were substitutions. Various Braves carried the ball the second half. Like I said, the game speaks for itself. The score speaks for itself. The only good thing I guess you could say is Salem is one of 2 teams to score on Brownstown this year. The other being Charlestown. Brownstown did what Brownstown does. That's all you can really say tonight. You can't really say it was a sloppy game by Salem. We just couldn't get anything going. 3 or 4 yards of carry pretty much. Or 2 yards was a good carry for us. That's really all I got. This week you had me, of course, because Brandon was at the IU game, which they were in a blowout victory over Indiana State. Next week you will have Brandon with the call with co-host Nick Ingram, because I will be at a wedding. Congratulations to the days. But you will be back with me and Brandon the week after that when Salem takes on Corden at home. But for this week, I think that is pretty much going to wrap it up here. Luckily, everybody made it on the bus healthy, I believe, for Salem. So I'll give a quick shout out to our sponsors, and we'll call it a night. So thank you to John Jones Auto Group, McDonald's of Salem, Salem Crossing, IW Healthcare, Washington County Tire, Schneck Hospital, Papa John's of Salem, Vital Farms, Jason Petmeyer Insurance, Rodney Bruff Insurance, Temple and Temple. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for our sponsors, and God bless.